Good morning, guys. Welcome back. In the last class, we discussed about what is Git pull and what are the problems we are going to face whenever we use Git pull command, and what is the difference between Git clone command and Git pull command. What is the difference between clone command and pull command? Clone is used to download complete repository from central to local. What Git pull command is going to do? Git pull command is used to download only latest changes from central repository to local. So what is Git conflict? When two developers working on the same file, same line, then we are going to get the Git conflict problem. How can we resolve that Git conflicts? Manually, we have to resolve the conflict. We need to commit the code without any conflicts. Okay. What is Git GUI? Git GUI is a desktop tool that is used to perform Git operations, right? Now from our working tree, we can open that Git GUI by using a command called git GUI command. What is git ignore file? What is git ignore file? That is used to specify files and folders to skip from Git operations. All right. Next one, Git branches we discussed. What is the problem when multiple teams working parallelly in the project? Some development work is happening, bug fixing work is happening, research work is happening, and some production support is also happening in the project. When multiple teams are working parallelly in the project, then code integration will become difficult because all the teams modifying the code, they are integrating the code in the single repository. When I want to deliver the code related to one particular team, we can't identify the changes of one particular team. So to avoid that problem, we are going to use a concept called branches concept in the GitHub. So what is the purpose of branches? By using branches concept in the GitHub, we can maintain multiple code bases in the project. Development team changes will go to one branch. Bug fixing team code changes will go to one branch. R&D team code changes will go to one branch. So if you maintain multiple branches like this, then the project maintenance will become easy. Easily we can deliver our project to the client. Then yesterday we have done the lab task also. We are able to create one branch and we are able to clone the repository and we switch from one branch to another branch also. How to create a branch in the GitHub? Do you know how to create a branch in the GitHub, guys? Yes. So go to our GitHub account. So here our repository is available. Here 3 branches available. Can I create one more branch also? Yes. Check this drop down. Here you can create one branch with a name called feature. Feature branch I am creating from the main branch. So whenever we are creating a branch, right? So whatever the code is available in the current branch, that a complete code will be copied to the new branch. Now, so go to here, click on this drop down and you type the branch name. If that branch is not available, they will suggest to create the branch. Create a feature branch from the main branch. Click on this. Now one more branch got created. Now when I clone the repository, by default, which branch will come? When I clone the repository, by default, main branch will come. Suppose if you execute a command like this by using git clone, if you use a command like this, git clone URL, then which branch it is going to clone? By default, it is going to clone the main branch. How can you switch from one branch to another branch? By using git checkout. I don't want to clone main branch. I want to clone direct develop branch. Okay. How to clone particular branch only? For that you will use git to clone -b branch name develop repository URL. If you use just to git to clone, it will give you main branch. If you want to clone particular branch, you can give clone -b branch name. Then it is going to clone only develop branch code. then you can commit your changes to develop branch. Then what is a pull request, guys? In the last session, we discussed about pull request. Can you guys tell me what is a pull request? Come on, what is a pull request? It is used to merge the changes from. It is used to merge changes from one branch to another branch. Okay. So we are working on some development activity. We are working on some development activity. So I don't want to make the changes directly in the main branch. I don't want to make the changes in the main branch. Why we should not change directly changes in the main branch? Why it is not recommended to modify the main branch directly? Why it is not recommended to modify main branch directly? Because in the main branch, all the latest code is available. Okay, if I do my development activity, my development will take 1 week of time. Lot of changes I need to do. There is a chance of getting the bugs also. It is not recommended to do development activity directly in the main branch. What is the safe side? From the main branch, create one new branch. That means take the copy of the main branch. You do development activities in the develop branch. So when you are doing development activities, any effect on the main branch? No effect on the main branch, because main branch is one room, develop branch is another room. We are making code changes in the another room. This room code will not be affected. Branch nothing but a separate room we are using to store the code. Now, when we have done the changes in the develop branch, once your changes are tested, if everything is working as expected, then we can merge the changes from one branch to another branch. That concept is called branch merging. How to perform the branch merging? By using pull request. We can create a pull request in the GitHub and we can merge the changes from one branch to another branch. Are you clear with my point? Able to practice all these things? Okay. Example, merge develop branch changes to main branch. Good. Ongoing development activities I have done in the develop. Once my changes are completed, I am merging them to the main branch. Perfect. So with this, we have completed the most important topic in the Git repository, branches concept. In the real time, for every repository, multiple branches will be available, because in one project, multiple teams will be working. In one project, multiple teams will be working. So to manage multiple teams code parallelly, to maintain multiple code bases separately, we are going to use this branches concept. Very good. Next one. Now we are going to talk more about interview questions. Topic wise, it is completed. Now, interview questions, what kind of questions they are going to ask when we are attending the interviews? Yes. Yeah, I will come to that point. Okay. Now, so here observe what is Git stash. Okay. There is an interview question. What is Git stash, guys? So stash, let me tell you one simple scenario. You are watching movie, guys. You are watching movie in your home. Okay. Just generalized example. You are watching a movie in your home. You are in middle of the movie. You are watching a movie in your home and you are in the middle of the movie. All of a sudden, your mother asked to bring one milk packet from shop. Then what you will do? You are watching one interesting movie by sitting in your home. You are in the middle of the movie. All of a sudden, your mother called and mother told to bring one milk packet from the shop. Then what you will do? We will pass the movie. We will first priority watching the movie. Now today is, assume that it is a holiday, Sunday. Happily we are sitting in the home and we are watching our movie. Today that is our priority. I have to complete that movie. When I'm watching that movie, my mother called and she told me to bring one milk packet from the shop. Then what is my situation? What is the priority now? Morning at 9 o'clock, my priority is watching movie. But at 10 o'clock, my mother told to bring a milk packet from the shop. At 10 o'clock, this is the priority task. 9 o'clock, that is the priority. At 10 o'clock, this is the priority. Priority got changed. When mother assigned the task for me, then what I will do? I will pass the movie. Then I will complete the second task first. Actually, I'm in middle of the first task. My first task is watching the movie. When I am watching the movie, she told me to bring a milk packet. I will stop my first task. I will pass my first task. I will complete my second task. Once the second task is completed, then I will watch movie again. I will continue the movie. Wherever I passed it, from there only, I will continue my movie. So similarly, you are going to face same kind of scenario in the real time also. Manager assigned one task for you. Jira 101 story assigned. Jira 101 story assigned. I have started working on that. I am working on the Jira story 101. Work started. Few changes completed. Few changes completed. I am in middle. I'm in middle. So Jira 101 story assigned to me at the morning 9 a.m. I have started working on that. I made few changes to that story. I made so many files changes in my working tree. I'm in middle of that story. I'm in middle of that story. Once 9 o'clock they assigned this 101, I'm in middle of that story. But at 11 o'clock, manager told me, Ashok, we got one priority story, 11 a.m. Jira story, Jira 102 assigned, and it is very critical. It is very critical now. So what I need to do? When I am watching movie, my mother told me to bring a milk packet. Then what I have done? I passed my movie. I went to shop. I got the packet. I gave to my mother. Then I started watching movie again. So I am stopping my first task in the middle. Then I am continuing my second task. Once the second task is completed, then I will come back to first task. Same scenario in the project also. Today morning, 9 o'clock, they assigned one task for me. I have done some code changes in my project. In my working tree, I made some code changes. I have not completed my changes. My changes are in the middle only. Okay. When I am in the middle of that story, at 11 o'clock, my manager assigned one more story for me. That is a Jira 102. Manager told that, Ashok, 102 story is very critical now. First, we need to complete 102. Once 102 is completed, then you can work on the 101. Are you able to understand the scenario? This scenario is also very common in the real time. This scenario is also very common in the real time. So morning they assigned one task for you. You are in the middle of that task. After some time, they have assigned one more task for you. They told to complete the second task first. When I want to complete the second task first, what about the first task changes? Can I commit them? Can I commit the first task changes? No. Why I cannot commit? Not tested. Changes fully not completed. I cannot commit my changes. 101 changes half only completed. Fully not completed. But I need to complete 102 first. So if I want to start working on the 102, what about 101? Changes in the middle. I cannot commit them. Why I cannot commit them? Half only completed. Can I delete the changes? If I delete the changes, my time will be wasted. 2 hours I spent on that. If I delete those changes, my 2 hours effort will be wasted. So what you will do in this scenario? What you are going to do in this scenario? So when you encounter this kind of scenario, we are going to use a option called git stash option. Are you getting my point? So when you are in middle of something, if you want to stop it, if you want to continue some other task first, then you need to go for git stash concept. So before going to start this 1 or 2, here I need to use git stash. I need to use git stash. If I do this git stash, then what is going to happen? Whatever the changes available in the working tree, those changes we are taking as a backup. Whatever the changes available in the 101, those changes we are taking as a backup by using git stash command. Then happily you can work on 102. You commit the changes related to 102. Once 102 changes are completed, then you can go back and execute git stash apply. You can execute git stash apply. When you execute git stash apply, then what will happen? So first 101 started, they assigned 102. Before starting 102, I will execute git stash command. If I execute git stash command, my working tree changes will go to backup. My working tree changes will go to backup. Then I will work on 102. Once 102 is completed, then I want to continue 101. Once the packet given to my mother, I want to continue watch my movie. So once 102 is completed, I want to continue my work on the 101. How to get the backup changes back to the working tree? By using git stash apply command. Now tell me when to go for git stash command. When you want to take the backup of working tree changes, then you can go for git stash command. And how to get the changes from the backup again? By using git stash apply command. Now let me show you this operation. Git practice, Git lab is available, product API, open git bash. Git status. Currently I'm in which branch now? Currently I'm in which branch now? How to check it? How to check it? Git branch command. Okay. If I do git pull, latest branches also will come. Git pull command I have taken. Now let me execute a command called git branch command. So now I got which branch? Develop. So main branch is available. Develop branch is also available. Now currently I am pointing to develop branch. Let me make some code changes to the develop branch, guys. So let me go to a file called docker file. Let me go to a file called docker file. Here openjdk 17 is available, or else let me do one thing. Let me go to Java class directly. Yeah, this is my Java class. In this Java class, I'm writing one method, public void m1 method. Public void m1 method. I am writing some code changes in this method. Int I is equal to 10, into j is equal to 20, something like this. This is related to what? This is related to Jira 101. So I am working on story number 101. They assigned one task for me. Okay, I am in middle of this story. My method is not completed. Just I started, I have done some changes. When I'm in the middle of this story, manager assigned one more story for me. Manager assigned one more story for me. So now, can I commit my changes? Is it completed? No. Can I delete this one? If I delete, my time will be wasted. If I commit, existing code will not work. In this scenario, what we are going to do? Let us see git status. What is the status of the file? Modified. It is eligible for commit or not eligible for commit? Not eligible. Now, so my 101 changes not completed, but I want to work on 102. So to work on 102, first I need to complete 102. This is priority. I need to commit 102. So before committing this 102, 101 I need to take as a backup. How to take them as a backup? What is the command? What is the command? Git stash command. Now saved working tree directory on the develop branch. Now go to your file and check it. 101 changes available or not available? Changes available or not available? Not available. Now I will work on 102 changes. Public void m2, public void m2. Now I will make the changes related to 102 story here. M2 method is available. In this M2 method, some logic I will write. This is related to Jira 102. This is related to Jira 102. My 102 priority story completed. Now I will commit 102 changes to the repository. How to commit that? Git status. File is modified. Do we have 101 changes or we don't have 101 changes? Where are those changes? They are in the backup. How I have taken the backup of them? How I have taken the backup of them? By using git stash command. Very good. Now let me commit the changes related to 102. Git add dot, then git status, add it to staging area, git commit -m, Jira 102 completed. Jira 102 completed. Git push. I am pushing my changes to the repository. So changes are pushed to the repository. Go here, src main Java class. We are in which branch now? Oh, sorry. We should go to develop. Now in the develop branch, 102 changes are pushed or not? 102 changes are pushed or not? Then okay, my priority task is completed. Then what about my incomplete task? I want to take the backup, right? How to get the changes from backup? By using which command? By using git stash apply. Now when I execute git stash apply, you go back to the file. Am I able to get my method back? Yes. Now tell me, what is git stash? What is the purpose of git stash? It is used to save. What is git stash? It is used to save working tree changes in backup and make working tree clean. Okay, what is the purpose of git stash? Git stash is used to save working tree changes in backup and make working tree clean. So when we will go for this scenario, 101 story they assigned in the middle of that story. When I'm in the middle of that story, 102 story assigned for me. So to complete 102 first, to complete Jira 102 story first, we need to stash 101 story related changes. To complete Jira 102 story first, we need to stash 101 story related changes. Once 102 story, once Jira 102 story changes pushed, then we can get 101 story changes back using which command? Using git stash apply command. What is git stash and what is git stash apply? Come on, can you guys tell me what is git stash and what is git stash apply? What is git stash and what is git stash apply? Git stash is used to take your working tree changes to the backup and make your working tree clean. Then you can work on the priority story, push the priority story changes. Once the priority story completed, can I get back my previous changes from the stash? What is the command? Git stash apply. So in which scenario we will go for this? When you are in the middle of one task, if they assigned some other task for you, then you can go for git stash and git stash apply commands. Are you clear? Very good. Fine. Next one, let me do some changes here. In the method, I'm writing one change. Integer k is equal to 20. Okay, main method is available. In the main method, I added one variable k is equal to 20. Now check the status of the file. Git status, file is available. Okay, now git add dot, or else I can do one thing. Git status, file is added to staging area. Git commit -m, commit message, committing 101 changes. Then let's do git push. My changes are pushed to central repository. You can refresh here. Yes. 101 changes pushed to the central repository. Okay, good. Now let me go back to my Java class. In this Java class, already in this main method, already two variables available. I'm writing one more variable, string name is equal to something. Okay, string name is equal to Java I am taking. String name is equal to Java I'm taking. Okay, file is modified. Line number 22 I have added. Now let me check the status of this. Git status. What is the status of the file? What is the status of the file? The file status is modified. Now I want to add the file to the staging. What is the command? Git add dot. File is added to staging area. How to verify that? By using git status command. Can I unstage the file? What is the command? Git restore. Okay. Now let me go for git commit -m name variable added. Name variable added. I have done the commit. Okay. Now let me check the status. Git status. What is the status is saying? Your branch is ahead of develop branch by one commit. Now I want to remove my commit. I have done the commit to the local repository. I want to undo my commit. By mistake, I have done the commit. I want to remove my commit. That is a interview question. Okay. I have done one commit to the local repository. How can we remove local commits by using git bash? You understand the scenario? These all are scenario based questions, very, very important when you are attending the interviews with experience. So I have done one local commit by using git commit command. I did not push to central. I did not push to central. I have done only local commit. How to remove local commits? So in order to remove local commits, there is a command called git reset command is available. What is that command, guys? Git reset command is available. This git reset also we can do in two ways. One is called soft reset, another one is called hard reset. One is called soft reset, another one is called hard reset. Tell me, what is the purpose of reset command? Revert is different. Revert is different. No. It is used to remove local commits from the repository. So whenever you execute git commit, right, your changes will be committed to local repository. Whenever you push, changes will go to central. After committing to the local, I want to delete it. After committing to the local, I want to delete it. For that, we need to use a command called reset command. So how many ways we can do the reset now? Reset we can do in two ways, guys. Reset we can do in two ways. This is the concept. How to remove git local commits. Using git reset command, we can undo our local commits. Git reset we can do in two ways. What are the two ways? One is called soft reset, another one is called hard reset. Can you read about this one? What is the meaning of soft reset? Git soft reset means only local commit will be deleted and file changes will be there in the staging area. Just your commit will be deleted, file will be in the staging area. That is called soft reset. What is a hard reset? Commit will be deleted and your changes also will be deleted from the working tree. Are you getting my point? So what is the interview question? What is the interview question? How to remove git local commits? How to remove git local commits? So how to remove git local commits? Using git reset command, we can remove local commits. How many ways we can do that git reset? Git reset we can do in two ways. What are those two ways, guys? One is called as soft reset, another one is called as hard reset. What is the difference between soft reset and hard reset? Come on. Soft reset means only commit will be deleted, changes will be available in the staging area. What is a hard reset? Hard reset means commit will be deleted, changes also will be deleted from the working tree. Now see how to execute it. Already I have done one commit. Git status, one commit available. What change I committed? Name variable I have added, I have committed. Let me do the soft reset. Git reset double hyphen soft head tilde 1. So one latest commit I want to delete. If you give head 2, second latest commit will be deleted. If you give head 1, top latest commit will be deleted. Git reset soft head 1. Now it is done. Now check the git status. Earlier, when I execute git status, what it is saying? One commit is available. Now, after that I have done git reset to soft of head 1. Then when I execute the status, commit is available or file is in the staging area. Commit deleted, commit is deleted, file is available in the staging area. If I do hard reset, commit will be deleted, change also will be deleted. Are you clear with my point? Soft reset is completed. Now let me commit again. Git commit -m variable added. Now let me check the git status. What is the status now? Nothing is available in the staging area. One commit is completed. Can we do hard delete now? Yes. How to do the hard delete? Git reset hard head 1. Okay, execute. Head is now committing 101 changes. Now go for git status. Nothing is available. No staging, nothing. Commit is deleted, changes also deleted. Go back to this file. My variable available or not available? Why the variable not available? Because I have done hard reset. When I do hard reset, what will happen? When I do hard reset, what will happen? Commit will be deleted, changes also will be removed from the working tree. So now tell me how to remove local commits from the repository. How to remove git local, very important interview question. How to remove git local commits? Using git reset command we can undo git local commits. Git reset we can do in two ways. What are those two ways? One is soft reset, another one is hard reset. What is the meaning of soft reset? Soft reset means only local commit will be deleted and file changes will be there in the staging area. Soft head 1, one latest commit will be deleted. What is the meaning of a hard reset? Hard reset means local commit will be deleted and file changes also will be deleted from the working tree. Are you clear with my point? Now, the next question, how to revert git central repository commits, not local. Local means reset. I pushed my changes. After pushing my changes, how to remove them from the central repository? How to revert? This is also a famous interview question. How to revert git central repository commits? Now let me tell you. I am adding one variable string name is equal to Java. String name is equal to Java. Fine. Let's go here. Check the status of the file. Git status. Git status. What is the status of the file? Come on. The file is in the modified state. Can I add the file to staging? How? Git add. File is added to staging area. Check the status. Can I unstage the file? Yes. Can I commit the file? How to commit the file? How to commit the file? Git commit -m commit ID. Okay. Java variable added. Commit is completed. Can I undo the commit? How to undo the commit? Git reset. How many ways? What are those? Soft and hard. Difference between soft and hard. Soft means only commit will be deleted, file in the staging area. What is the hard reset? File commit will be deleted, changes also will be deleted from the working tree. Okay, I want to push central repository. What is the command? Git push. Now, after my changes pushed to the central repository, manager told that your changes not required. They have told me to work on one task. From morning onwards, I am working on that task. I have modified 20-30 Java files. I forgot which files I have modified also. I committed my changes to the central repository. Then manager told me, Ashok, whatever the bug you fixed, that is not a bug, that is a actual functionality. Please remove your changes. Can I go to each and every file? Can I remove my changes? 30 Java files I modified from last 2 days. I forgot which files I modified, where I modified also. Now I committed my changes to the central. Suddenly manager told me, whatever the changes you committed to the central, not required. Ashok, please remove your changes from the central repository. Are you able to follow me? So can I go to each and every file and can I remove my changes? No. Then how to remove our central repository commits? Earlier we have seen removing local commits. Now I want to remove central repository commits. To remove central repository commits, there is a command called git revert command is available. What is the command is available? Git revert command is available. So read this question. How to revert git central repository commits? Using git revert command, we can revert to code changes from central repository. How to do that? By using git revert commit ID. After revert execution, we need to execute git push again. Then our changes will be deleted from the central repository. Are you able to follow this? So now I committed my change. String name is equal to Java. Go to that repository, verify my variable is pushed or not. My variable is pushed or not. Variable is pushed. What is the commit ID? Here you can find out the commit ID. So here you can find out commit ID. Take the commit ID and go here and execute a command called git revert commit ID. No. Yeah. Git revert commit ID. So what is the difference between reset and revert? What is the difference between reset and revert? Reset is used to remove only local commits. Revert central. Okay. Git revert commit ID. Waiting for editor. Okay. Revert fun. Save this. Changes are reverted. Once the changes are reverted, what will happen? One local commit is available now. Go for git push. Now go to the central repository and verify. Now my Java variable available or not available? Why not available? I reverted the changes. Git reset, git revert. Very important interview question. Reset is used to remove local commits. Revert is used to remove central commits. So yesterday they gave me one task. I modified 30 Java classes. I committed my changes today. After 1 hour, manager told, your changes not required. Please delete them. Can I go and identify where I made the changes? Difficult. Then what I can do simply? Git revert commit ID. In that commit, whatever the changes I have done, all those changes will be removed. Then I can push again. It is something like a rollback. So in the database, you have a rollback option. What is a rollback in the database? Remove our operations. Whatever the changes you made, we are going to remove. We are bringing our table back to previous state. Similarly, we are bringing our central repository to previous. Before our commit, how the repository is there, I want to go to that state. For that, you can go for git revert option. Git stash, git reset, git revert. Are you clear? What is git stash? What is git stash? Save your working tree changes to the backup. Take the working tree changes and store in the backup. Make your working tree clean. For that, you can go for git stash. How to get the changes back from the stashing? Git stash apply. What is revert? Remove the changes from central repository. What is reset? Remove the changes from local repository. Are you clear? Okay. Next one. What is a pull request? Come on. What is pull request? Pull request is used to merge the changes from one branch to another branch. Here, merging we can do in two ways, guys. Merging we can do in two ways. What are those? One is by using pull request. Okay. So now I am making the changes to my developer branch. I am making my changes to develop branch. How many commits I have done in the develop now? Three commits. 3 times I committed to develop branch. Now I want to merge these changes to the main branch. How can I do that? Go to pull request. Then you specify, create a pull request. From which branch to which branch? From develop branch to main branch I want to merge. How many commits I have done? 4 commits available. 4 commits I want to merge from the develop branch to main branch. So directly from the GitHub, you can merge your changes. That is, through GUI, you can do the branch merging. Through GUI, we can do the branch merging. From the CLI also, you can do the branch merging. Okay, from directly by using pull request you can do the branch merging, or from the git bash also you can do the branch merging. Are you able to follow this? So where I have done my commits, last 4 commits, where I have done the last 4 commits, develop. I want to merge these changes to main branch. Then how to switch the branch now? Git checkout main. Now I came back to main branch. Okay. Now let me check the git status, git pull. Okay, now I'm taking git pull command. That is fine. Git status. I am in the main branch. Now here you can use a command called git merge develop. What is the command? Git merge develop. What it is going to do? All the develop branch commits will be merged to main branch. Branch merging we can do in two ways. What are those two ways? One is by using pull request. Another one is by using merge command. Git merge develop. Okay. Branch merging is completed. Whatever the changes you have done in the develop branch, I am able to merge to the main branch. Are you clear with my point? Now here, interviewer will ask one scenario here. Okay. I faced this question in one of my interview. There is a develop branch available. There is a develop branch available and there is a main branch available. Okay. From the main branch only, develop branch got created. Now, programmer is working on the developer branch. Programmer is working on the develop branch. Programmer has done multiple commits to the develop. Okay, let us say commit 1, commit 2, commit 3, commit 4. Programmer has taken develop branch. Why we are taking develop directly? Why don't we make changes in the main branch? Main branch code is stable. We should not disturb. So for our experiment, from the main I created develop. I have done the changes in the develop. 4 times I committed my changes from 4 days. Every day I am making one commit. My changes completed. 4 commits I have done in the develop. Now I want to merge the changes. What are the options available? What are the options available? My testing, my development completed. My testing is also completed. I want to merge the changes from development branch to main branch. What I need to do? What are the options I have? I have 2 options, guys. What are those 2? One is pull request. Another one is merge command. If I want to merge, I should go to main branch here. Currently, I will check I'm in which branch. I'm in main branch. Then which branch I want to merge? Git to merge develop. What will happen? What will happen? All the commits of the develop branch will be merged to main branch. But my requirement is I don't want to merge all the commits of the develop branch to main branch. I want to merge only commit 3. You got my point? I have done 3 commits to the develop branch. He is sleeping. Stand up. What is git merge command? What is pull request? What is the difference? What is the difference between pull request and git merge? Then why 2 are there? Yes, pull request is used to merge the changes from one branch to another branch through GUI. And merge command is used to merge the changes by using CLI. Now my requirement is I don't want, when I do merge, all commits will be merged to the branch. I don't want to merge all commits. I want to merge a particular commit only. How you will do that? You got my point? You got the requirement? What is the requirement now? I have done 4 commits to the develop branch. When I do the merge, what will happen? All 4 commits will be merged to main branch. I don't want to merge all 4 commits. I want to merge only commit 3. In this scenario, we will use a command called git cherry pick. What is this? Git cherry pick we will use. Git cherry pick commit ID that is used to merge particular commit from one branch to another branch. If you use git merge, all commits will be merged. I want to merge only specific commit from one branch to another branch. In that scenario, we can go for a command called git cherry pick command. That is very, very important. In the interview, all these kind of questions they will ask. What is git stash? How do you remove local commits? How do you remove central commits? How do you merge one branch to another branch? How do you merge one particular commit from one branch to another branch? If you use pull request, all commits will be merged. If you use a get merge command, all commits will be merged. I want to merge only particular commit. How to merge a particular commit? By using git cherry pick. Now you should go to git main branch. You need to use git cherry pick and you need to take the commit ID from the develop. Okay. In the develop branch, what all the commits we have done. Now here you can see 30 commits available. Particular commit I want to merge. Java variable added. Okay. Or Jira 1 or 2 story changes completed. Java variable added. Then you need to take this commit ID. Copy this commit ID. And if you give that commit ID, git cherry pick. Oh, yes. Now only that particular commit is merged from developer branch to main branch. So tell me what is git cherry pick, guys? What is git cherry pick? When we use git merge command by default, all commits will be merged from one branch to another branch. If we want to merge a specific commit from one branch to another branch, then we can use git cherry pick. Okay. What is git cherry pick? Git cherry pick commit ID. Okay, good. How do you commit revert? Using git revert command, we can revert the code changes from central repository file. How to remove local commits, how to remove central commits, how to merge a particular commit by using cherry pick. Are you clear? Next one. Git pull versus Git fetch. This is also another important interview question. We know what is Git pull. What is Git pull? What is Git pull? Yes, git pull command is used to download the changes from central repository to working tree directly. Okay, so every day when I'm going to make my code changes, I want to take the changes of other developers to my working tree. So when you have this git diagram is there, na? Where is that architecture? Working tree is available, staging area, local repository and central repository is available. Central repository, this is working tree. Forget about the staging area, remove this. Okay, working tree is available, local repository is available, central repository is available. Whenever we execute git pull command, directly changes will go from central to working tree directly. Because of that only we are getting conflict problem. Okay, when you execute git pull command, changes will be downloaded from central repository to working tree directly. Now if you use git fetch command, okay, now you see here I am using git pull command. When I use pull command, what will happen? If any changes available in the central repository, directly they will be downloaded to working tree. If you have some changes in the working tree, there is a chance of conflict problem. If you don't want to directly get to the working tree, then if you want to get the changes from central repository to the local repository, we can use fetch command. What git fetch command is going to do? What the git fetch command is going to do? It is going to download the changes from central repository to only local. What the pull command will do? Central to working tree directly. But when you go for git fetch command, central to local. Then how to get the changes from local to working tree? Then you need to use git merge. Yeah, if you want to get from, once you have done the fetch, changes will come to local. How to get from local to working tree? Simple git merge command you can use. That means when you go for git pull, it is equal to git fetch plus git merge. What the git pull command will do? Directly download the changes from central to local. Directly download from central to working tree. Then what git fetch command will do? What git fetch command will do? Download from central to local repo. To merge from to merge changes from local to working tree, we can use git merge command. From the local repo to working tree, we can use git merge command. That means when you do git pull, so it will do the git fetch plus it will merge directly to the working tree. This is also an interview question. What is the difference between git pull and git fetch? Can you guys tell me what the git pull is doing? What the git pull is doing? Directly downloading from central to working tree. Download latest changes from central repo to working tree. Download latest changes from central repository to working tree directly. Okay, then what git fetch command will do? Download from central repo to local repo only. So that means when you go for git pull command, there is a chance of conflict. When you go for git fetch command, conflict will not occur. Okay, so you want to see any changes available in the central. Don't merge the central changes to working tree, because if you directly merge with the working tree, there is a chance of conflict. Safe side, if you want to perform the operation, first go for git fetch. Then what will happen? Changes will be downloaded to local. If it is downloading to local, okay, you can understand some changes are there in the central. We need to be very careful when we are merging. Then when you do the merge, changes will come from local to working tree. So finally, conclusion, we can say git to pull is doing fetch plus merge also. Git to pull is equal to git to fetch plus git to merge. Are you clear? Good. So what is git to cherry pick? When we use a merge command, by default, all commits will be merged from one branch to another branch. When you want to merge only particular commit, then we can go for cherry pick. What is the difference between pull versus fetch, guys? Pull versus fetch. What is the difference between pull and fetch? Pull is going to download directly from central repository to working tree. What is fetch command will do? Download from central to only local. How to merge from local to working tree? Git merge command we can do. Okay. Next one. What is git forking? Okay. What is git fork? There is an option called what is git fork option. Okay. Simple. Now in my GitHub account, there are so many repositories are available. Okay. There is a repository called product API is available. Okay. This is public repository. What is the meaning of public repository? Anybody can see, but can you modify my repository? Do you have permission to modify my repository? No, you don't have a permission to modify my repository. But here the thing is, you have seen my repository, you feel that this repository is very useful for you, you want to develop some additional functionalities in the same repository. Okay, I have a project, my repository is available in the GitHub. You don't have a permission for my repository. Even though it is public, you cannot make any changes. You can only see my repository. But the requirement is, you liked my repository, you want to take this code, you want to make the changes to this code. Then what you can do is, you can copy my repository to your GitHub account. That is called forking. Okay, somebody's repository I want to take into my GitHub account. I am owner by my repository. Now you want to copy this repository to your GitHub account, then you will become owner for this repository. That is called git to fork option. Now see, product API is available. How many people taken fork? 37 forks away. That means 37 people copied my repository to their account. Are you getting my point? What is the benefit of forking? What is the benefit of forking? This repository will come to your account. Then you will become owner for that repository. You can commit the changes to your repository. So what is the meaning of git fork? What is git fork? It is used to copy somebody's git repo into our GitHub account. It is used to copy somebody's git repository into our GitHub account. Now you want to make changes to my git repository. Can you make the changes to my git repository, or you cannot make the changes to my git repository? You cannot make the changes. But if you want to make the changes, what you need to do? You copy my repository to your account. How to copy repository to your account? By using git fork option. What is the benefit of doing this forking? You will become owner for your my repository you are taking, and you will become owner for that repository. Are you clear? Now let me show you. Assume some random repository I will find out in the GitHub. Okay, Spring Security Git repo. Spring Security Git repo. Somebody's repository I want to download. Okay. So Spring projects available. Official Spring repositories are available here. Okay. There is a repository called Spring Boot. This repository belongs to whom, guys? Who developed this repository? Spring projects. Now, can I make any changes to this repository? Can I make any changes to this repository? If I want to make the changes to this repository, what I need to do? I need to fork. What is the option available? Fork. Can you read this? Can you read that? Fork your own copy of this Spring Boot. Spring Boot project code is available in the GitHub. I want to download that into my account. Then simply I will click on fork. So create a new fork. Then what is happening? Their repository coming to my GitHub account. Click on create fork. Now see, that repository is forked into my account. Now, in the Ashok IT school, Spring Boot project is available. Forked from this repository. So what is the meaning of forking now? What is the meaning of forking now? I have copied somebody's GitHub account repository to my GitHub account. Now I am the owner for this repository. Now I can make the changes to this repository. Are you able to follow this? So, sir, when we need to do this Git forking? If you find some open source projects in the internet, if you want to make some changes according to your requirement, then you can fork them and you can modify that repository. Fork means copying somebody's Git repository into our account. Then you will become the owner for that. Are you able to follow this? Yeah, good. What is Git fork? It is used to copy somebody's Git repository into our GitHub account. So to work with, when we want to work with open source projects, then we can use Git forking option. If you want to work with open source projects, then we can use Git forking option. Clear? Now, suppose I have the repository in my account. I want to give permission for you to work on my repository. I want to give the permission for the people to work on my repository. So how to give the permission for the people to work on my repository? Go to settings option and go to collaborators option. Okay, you can add the people as a collaborator. Collaborator means your team member. This is a public repository. Anybody having the direct access for my repository? No. Then what I can do? I can add a collaborator. Add people. If you give your email ID, then I can add you as a collaborator. My another GitHub account is available. I am adding. Okay. Add this user as a collaborator. When I add it, that user will get the email. That user will get the email to work as a collaborator. What is the meaning of collaborator? Giving the commit permissions for my repository. If I make you collaborator, you can directly commit it to my repository also. Tomorrow in the project, company, all the team members will commit it to same repository. That means we all are collaborators for one repository in the real time. So one Git repository will be created. All the team members will have permissions for that repository. How to give commit permissions for our repository? By using collaborator option, we can give commit permissions for the repository. Are you able to understand this? Perfect. So with this we understood how to add collaborators also. How to add collaborators and what we have learnt as of now in these classes. With this we completed our discussion related to GitHub. What we learned, guys? What is version control software? What is version control software? Which is used to integrate code at one place, which is going to provide monitored access for you. What are the version control softwares? GitHub, Bitbucket, SVN is available. What is GitHub? A platform where all the code will be stored at one place. Git client. What is the purpose of Git client? That is used to communicate with the GitHub repository. What is Git architecture? Working tree, staging area, local repository, central repository, remote repository. What is the difference between public and private repositories? Public means anybody can see. Private means limited people. Repository collaborators. What is a collaborator? Adding team members to commit for our repository. Git bash commands we have seen. And what is Git GUI? What is Git GUI? Come on. GUI tool to perform our Git operations. What are the Git branches? What are the branches? When multiple teams working on the same repository, then the delivery will become difficult. For every team, separate branch we are going to maintain. Okay, good. Next we discussed about pull request, Git stash, how to remove local commits, how to remove central commits, what is a cherry pick, pull versus fetch, what is Git fork also we have seen. Very good. And in the real time, guys, in the real time, who will create the Git repository for the project? In the real time, developers will not create the repository for the project. In the real time, DevOps team will create the repository for the project. As a developer, you will take the repository and you will commit your changes to the repository. Repository creations will be taken care by DevOps team in the project. When you want to start a new microservice development, you need to request a DevOps team to create a Git repository for the project. You will not have the permission to create the repository for the project. DevOps team is going to create the repository for the project. You can create branches. You can create any number of branches. You can integrate your code. But repository creation will be taken care by DevOps team. Clear? So you got the clarity how to work with GitHub now, how the developer's code will be integrated in the real time. So you should be very careful when we are working with code integration. Because of your commit, other developers code should not be affected. You should not remove the code of other developers. You should be very careful when you are doing code commits to the GitHub repositories, because all the developers code will be available at one place. You should be very careful when you are doing code commits to repository. Are you clear? Good. So I want all of you to practice all these concepts related to GitHub that we discussed from last 4 classes. So 3 videos already we uploaded to our YouTube channel. Today video also I will upload in our YouTube channel. If you go to playlist, our GitHub playlist is available. Last 3 classes videos already available in the YouTube. Today video also I will upload in our YouTube channel. Okay, good. Thank you, guys.